The she, which is the Gaelic fairies that used to walk the earth, they're walking with you now. Okay? You may have had a past life with them. I know I had a vision, and it's not often that I get dreams. And if I do, they're very significant. And even on top of that, if I actually have a visual, that's even more rare. And I had a vision of a woman that looked like this, very intimidating, powerful energy. And it was like in a village, and it looked like medieval times. And she was being carried into the jail cell, and all of us were watching. And I remember the whole time during the vision, the dream, I was just thinking, please don't come up to me, please don't come up to me. And she ended up walking up to me and handing me transparent tarot cards like this. And one was like the mountain goat, mountain sheep, I do that every time. And another one that I can't remember now because that was so long ago. And I lost my journal that had that information. But that came out with the, I just really wanted you to be able to see this, with the fall. And this card's about your ancestors walking with you. And these two in combination is about honoring and knowing, you know, that your ancestors are walking with you. So that's really strong for them to come out. Also the angel card, so you're heavily protected and you've really tapped into a higher frequency. And so you have higher frequency beings working with you now, and you're going to realize that it's going to start becoming way more apparent in your waking life too, and your dream life, because this is a dream card came out. So they're probably going to send you a dream soon, and take it very seriously, okay? Especially if you're someone like me that gets visions. And then we got this, look at this, like alien with the rainbows. Yeah, they're sending you healing frequencies right now. And this card's about vision, so, and it talks about that your life may have recently really taken a very dreamlike, surreal turn. Like, you're in a good, grounded way, though. It's just your life is becoming more magical because you are. It's going to start reflecting into your reality. So you're going to start attracting higher vibrational experiences, people, thoughts. Okay. Let's see here. Just want to look what would be a good energy for you to embody tomorrow, or just in the upcoming. We have Taurus, the bombshell, earthy, practical, steadfast, sensuous, blooming, loyal, patient. So, like I said, while you're bringing in these higher vibrations, it's important to be grounded and really stay grounded and still keep doing all the things you need to do in the physical realm and honoring your body and how your body feels within every moment, okay? Because as you're raising in frequency, you're going to hit these walls of resistance, and it's kind of like a test to help keep strengthen you, you know, because we don't want to go higher up into the ethers without, you know, like that Saturn, that structure, that Taurus energy, keeping it grounded also. So don't see it as attacks. You are divinely protected. We had the angel come out, the she, like they're the Gaelic fairies. They're so strong. They can be equally as fierce and dark as they can be light and beautiful. And their darkness is never out of like nefarious energies. It's like if they are coming in to protect you, it's for divine justice, okay? And God allows it. So you have very fierce ancestors, and for me to share that vision with you, it just lets me know that they respect you too, and they're here to help protect you also. So just know you have otherworldly gifts that are protecting you in any situation on this earth. You are way more high vibrational than the situations here. So as long as you stay in your own power and feeling into your own energy, it's all false evidence appearing real. Do not ever let fear overtake you, okay? You don't have to act like it's not there and like repress it. It's okay to acknowledge it, but then come back into your power. And then we got Crystal, which is Christ, Jesus. Wow, yeah, oh my goodness. He walked the earth too, so you're really like an earth angel, truly. You're grounded, but you can also hold that high frequency. You're in touch with your shadow. You went through the darkness. You went through multiple dark nights of the soul. You probably, if you're like resonating with me, you probably don't know. You've probably never hardly met anyone that's been through more than you. Like you've really been through it, and you can honor those experiences now, and you don't stay in victim mode because you see how much strength and sustenance and like depth it's giving you and wisdom. So just like Jesus, you know, he didn't go around playing victim. He knew who he was, okay, and he stayed in the power of God and love. He never swayed. So you hold that energy. That's beautiful. I feel like that's like the purest out of this deck, him, you know, that's beautiful. And that's crazy because I was going to do this, I felt really called to do the Christ consciousness deck here too. So I'm going to actually switch to that deck. I'm not religious at all, like not at all. I'm just honoring Christ consciousness. There's a huge difference. Anything man-made that's been put into structures and stuff has been corrupted, but we still honor that, like the Gaelic fairies did walk this earth, you know, Christ did, okay? It's just to show us through visions and living example and presence that you can, as a human, embody these higher angelic frequencies and still be human, okay? Living from the heart, soften and open. I've never gotten this card out of this deck. We're really, like, this collective, we're really, truly, in a grounded way, like, ascending, you know? We're really tapping into our higher selves. And that's beautiful. It's like we're able to still go into the dark and shine our light no matter what. We got prayer, contemplation, and connection. Yeah, if you still like have to work like a 9 to 5, you know, if you're still out here providing for your family, maybe you have to be the provider and the mother, and just like, because there's the city here, it's like you're able to be anywhere and still be at home, okay? And with that, I also want to acknowledge, like, how hard it is for you to be around, like, low vibrational people. That's not like we're getting on our high horse and, you know, whatever. No, I'm just being real about it. Like, I know when I'm, like, at work and stuff, I can feel, like, projections and just the heavy energy, and I'm empath too. And so it's going to be really important to focus on our breath and call in our ancestors in those times and visualize them around us. Like, I will literally visualize like 2 white owls on my shoulder guarding me. I will call in like the panther of the highest, most light and benevolence, like the most the highly ascended version of the panther to walk with me and guard me. And then I will call in all my shamanic lives that I've lived and embodied, you know, in higher dimensions, to embody every cell within my body and guard me. And it's really important to always pray for the highest, most benevolent benevolent, pure version of all of these beings, okay? Just keep that very clear, even in your prayers, in your protections, spells. I almost even want to say spells because people have twisted that so much, but like your prayers, your pure prayers, make sure you always set boundaries and strict boundaries about what you're calling into your cells, your body, your aura, okay? Because we're really living this dual life. We're having to, like, we're here to break the illusion of fear that's been programmed into us since the day we were born. And they're really wanting you to not try to escape, okay? You came into this life, these times, this modern time, for a reason, and it's also for your soul growth. You have a shamanic soul, and so right now it's really important when you feel fear or, well, I just looked up at 11:11 on the camera. When you feel fear, try to laugh at it and call in those higher beings, like in past versions and future versions of you and parallel versions, because it's real. Okay, all that is so real. The new pearl, yes. There's a new wave of us coming in, and we have grit. We have been through it. We're like, you know, we can embody both sides, just like the Gaelic fairies, like, but it's only the only time we, you know, that we went through the darkness for a reason, okay? It was so we know what we're coming up against, you know, so we're not walking in naivety or ignorance, you know. We had to go through the darkness. We were dark at one point, you know. We had, like, never in like a conscious, intentional way. We weren't going around intentionally hurting people ever. Like, that's not who we are. But, you know, we made mistakes. We fell into unconsciousness. We fell into ignorance. We fell into amnesia. But it was so we knew what we're up against, okay? And what we need to heal, okay? Like the quote, you can't learn what you don't need to change. So, like, all these transformations you went through were for a purpose, okay? And your spirit guides, this universe, sees you as a pearl, and they're so proud of you. Okay, you didn't stay in victim mode, you used it to empower you. Saturn and sugar. Yeah, I'm going through my Saturn return, and it's like, you passed the test. Is so hard, like, oh my goodness. And yeah, I thought it was the middle finger on your left hand. It might be the right, because of this image, it must be. But like, I know there's a few times when I knew I needed to set boundaries, I actually felt pain in that finger. It's either right or left. I swear it's the left. But like, they're gonna start speaking to you through embodiment more now, feelings. You're gonna be less in your mind, okay? And really try to use breath work when you're around low vibrational people that are projecting things onto you, okay? You are literally so powerful. You cut through all these limitations, these boundaries. You really worked with Saturn. You honored it. You stayed disciplined. You stayed grounded. You followed the rules of the universe. Okay, and even the physical realm, like, even the illusionary, you were able to just follow the rules in the way you need to, not in a limiting way. I don't know how, I hope you understand what I'm saying, like, yeah, it's like you're able to now hold space and create boundaries. And now it's like sugar. Now the sweetness comes from this, okay? That's beautiful. Now you can, like, rightfully and like hold and embody the light, but within boundaries and like your own pure structure that works for you now, right? We're not rejecting the earth and the things here. We're working with it. We're alchemizing. That's what it is. Alchemizing. Okay. Oh, this kind of popped out earlier too. Dissolution. I've always thought it's strange that this bird is flying in. Oh my gosh. Anytime I got this card, I thought the image was so weird, but it just hit me because I was reading this. I just like to flip, even when I was a kid, before like anyone told me about anything spiritual. Like as a kid, anytime I talked about spirituality, like my family would literally tell me to stop. Like, so anyway, you may be like that too. Like you were already flipping through books as a small child, talking to God through the books. Like no one taught you that. You just naturally do that. And that's how I know, like, reading cards and doing these things is something that's natural to me. It's pure. It was there before anyone. Like even when people were shunning me for my own mind and spirituality, I still went to God. I would just be up in my room crying like every night. I cried myself to sleep almost every night in my childhood, and I would just talk to God through books. Any book. I would ask a question, pick up like books, and he would answer me through them. So I just like to share these things because I don't want people to feel alone and know that like there are other people out here that are pure and loving and, you know, love God truly. And it's not a facade, you know, like. And that's why I started this channel too. Like, I also want to see that, you know. I want to start seeing pure reflections of myself. So, but anyway, this is Grandmothers of the Light, a medicine woman's source book. Powerful book. Sorry, I'm like thinking of so much stuff. I don't want to overshare, but this book, the story I opened up to right before this, I started this reading. Sorry, I'm thinking of so much stuff. I'm really trying to not overshare, but it's talking about how, like, the primordial grandmother, which I never seen that word in this book before this, and you know, I started my channel with that, and it just like my jaw dropped. I'm just like, I love synchronicities like that. But it talks about how her daughter was actually one of the greatest shamans of the universe, of the galaxies, and she fell down the spiral. And when I had my first awakening, I literally, all I did was kept drawing spirals and praying for God to like give me time to integrate the awakening and like give me grace and patience, because they were putting so much information and energy into me. It was like very shamanic. It was like a shamanic journey, but I didn't know what that was at the time, so I was very full of fear. And so this drawing the spirals, and I don't know where that came from. That was just from the purity of my soul and like remembrance. But in the story from the Grandmothers of the Light, the daughter, one of the greatest shamans, spiraled down into darkness, and she was just like she didn't even know how long she was, but it was just like felt like forever. She's just spiraling into nothingness until she gets her name, you know, forgets her purpose, forgets who she was and her role, her power. Okay, and then the turtle and like some other like seven birds like saw her and witnessed, and like their being with just hit a remembrance of like, oh, I need to help her. She's just spiraling into nothingness, like. And then they like remembered this is all for a purpose, like the amnesia, the forgetting, the falling into darkness. And so they ended up singing a song, and then it helped her remember And then the turtle comes in and helps like ground her, and then like together they all start creating the earth. And so these things are real, it is beautiful, and there's truth in stories like this. And so you have a shamanic soul you've just forgotten, but there's a purpose to you forgetting. And it's so you could come down in the darkness and get more jewels and gems, okay, that wouldn't have been found, you know, if you didn't forget. It's hard to explain. And it's so funny because I was always wondering, like, I just thought this image was so weird, and now I know today. Because the grandmothers of the light are reminding us that we are shamanic souls, and we're powerful. Okay, and we're here to help break this illusion of fear, this false matrix. That's why my channel is Primordial Waters, to bring us back to the remembrance, okay, instead of this watered down version of reality. Okay. Very powerful. I just want to see what is something you need to be aware of. Oop. Oneness and holding space. Yeah. What you need to be aware of is that God is wrapping your thoughts, and I've heard this from someone else. I'm going to keep repeating it because it's so beautiful. No, not, it was from a book. It's from one of my tarot books. But it's saying, like, your guides are wrapping your thoughts and your feelings in white silk and putting away in lock and key. Okay, God is creating this space of protection so you can remember who you are and create your dream, your reality, your birthright to feel safe, loved, protected, and able to express yourself, okay? They are holding space for you. Because you're part of the one, the all, the eternal souls, okay? And anyone who, self and the starborn. Wow, you are so powerful. So powerful. Okay, all this darkness is for a reason. It wasn't to disempower you, okay? It's like, whoa. And right when I was saying that, yeah, like this, and it like fell onto the floor. You might feel like you're at a dead end, you're being put into a corner, or like that you're trapped, but you are absolutely not. It's a complete illusion. Look what's behind it. The vow. Yeah, Spirit is promising you they got you, okay? They're going to pull you out of this. Okay, and it's going to start within. They're going to instill courage in you, clarity. They're going to put that fire back in you. Okay, you're going to start glowing back up. You're going to glow up from within and out, and it's going to expand in your aura and then manifest into your reality like never before. Okay, you may have went through one of the scariest things in your life recently, like me, if you're drawn to my channel, like truly like life-threatening situations. Like this last year has been insane for me, but like the fact that I was able to not stay in victim mode and remember how powerful I am, and like God put me into an awakening to show me that we are all like creators. Oh my God. And that's what came out too. Like we are all creators of our own reality. Okay. And the only thing blocking that is the illusion of fear. So you can feel the fear, acknowledge it, but then step back in your power and know that you have all power. You have otherworldly gifts. You have such powerful guides. You have past lives that are coming and merging into your now present moment that are all protecting and empowering you. And then we have Althea, the dark and the light. Yeah, you have integrated your dark and your light. So the darkness can't do anything to you now. Like, they can't play with your demons because your demons are up with God. Okay? Sounds contradictory, but I don't know. I don't feel like I need to over-explain that. Like, you can use all this darkness and things you've been through to empower you to light the fire within so that you can protect other souls so they never have to go into the darkness like you. Because the thing I've been realizing lately is, like, yeah, there's purpose to all of it, but there was also a lot of extra BS that was not necessary that I went through. Like, I'm just returning back to my purity that I always was, and my confidence that I naturally used to hold and that I had to lose and now gain back. But it's all to help you ground this light and higher frequency into the earthly realm so that we can create heaven on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Salvation. Yes. Goddess Isis is with you too. The highest version of her. Okay, of purity. But she also understands the darkness too. She's the protector, right? Like, I don't think there's anyone more fierce than a mother wanting to protect her children. And anyone that wants to mess with a mother's connection to her children, they are in for something else. Especially if you're like a child of God. Like me, I have 2 kids too. You know, they better repent. That's all I gotta say. Creation and artistry, and new beginnings and jubilation. Yeah, you're working on something grounded, something in this earthly realm. You're finally realizing the gift in being human. You're not rejecting your body anymore. You're not rejecting this existence. You're seeing the magic that you can infuse into your own life. Okay? This was just taken away from you. But it was so that you could learn how to create it for yourself, right? Because if it would have just been given, we would have been unconscious in the light, right? So we were like planted into this darkness so that we could start unconscious in the dark and climb up, you know, and really cherish it. Now we are so deeply grateful for the smallest things, even on this physical earth that is so dense and there's so much darkness. It's like now any small thing is so beautiful to us. And that's the gift. That's the salvation. That's the whole point of it all. And now people like us, all we want to do is remind as many souls of that power and that love. And like to teach people to not play with other people's demons, because that's when you start causing yourself unnecessary trauma. Okay? I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, like, I'm here with you, okay? Like, I have been through every kind of trauma, pretty much, that a human could. And I don't want to call that in, because it's just like, I feel like that energy is just like calling demons in, even what I was about to keep saying. So it's just like, we're releasing the past, and we're thanking our enemies for all the lessons they taught us. Okay, you are blessed with a wise teacher who will offer you the gift of knowledge, and it's these angels, these past versions of you, these higher versions of you, your higher self working within you. Okay, make use of the truths you discover. Aradia the great teacher goddess of the witches, entrusts you with this ancient gift. Yeah, if you look up one of my old videos, it was about the witch wound, and it was like, through that lifetime, we learned that we can't fight, we aren't here to fight the system, because the system, everything, like even this false matrix of like illusionary fear and all this self-limitation, it is of God, you know. It was put here so we could learn and grow. And so I feel like that past life taught us boundaries, that we're not fighting darkness with darkness, right? Like Martin Luther King, you can only fight darkness with light, and all you have to do is turn the light on, and then you get it, you could see all the objects, you know. And like Dante's Inferno, like the demons, they can sit there and move all the objects around that they want. But as soon as the light comes in, it's just a fucking play. Hathor, the gifts of flowing water and milk. And I just want to say, like, from personal experience, I have escaped, you know. It's a miracle I'm still alive, and it's because I'm loving pure being. And it's like, if you're standing in the love and power of God, nothing can touch you, and I can tell you that from personal experience, okay? Like, God really wants you to know that you're safe, you are protected. The gift of flowing water and milk come from the Egyptian goddess Hathor, who now brings you her gifts of fertility, growth, and creation. This will provide all you need for the inspiration to create and bring to life your destiny. Wow, that's powerful. Like, you're going to be provided for. You've been in survival mode your whole life. Well, that time's over. Look upon your challenges with a kinder eye. Yes, they are not sent to hurt or harm you. Through them you will grow wise. The Welsh goddess Arianhad of fate and the cycles will see that it's so. Yeah, all these cycles of darkness you went through, it was of God. It was, God only allows things, you know. I don't want to say that because, like, some of us have been through some serious stuff, but it's like we don't need to understand it all. We just need to be grateful for who it's made us, right? It can be challenging to decide which way to turn, but this British goddess will help you choose what is right for you. At this time, ask for help, and you will know what is best. Yeah, you're going to be gifted with a discerning mind at this time. Clarity like never before. Wow, I didn't even get to ask. I was just like, okay. So, Two of Swords. Yeah, all weapons formed against you shall not prosper. Period. Okay? And your past isn't the same program that's going to be going in the future. You've ended all these karmic cycles. You've learned these lessons. Okay? This, Two of Swords also means, like, the enemy's swords are put up, okay? Which means you could pass safely. King of Cups. And then we have Seven of Cups, Three of Coins, Seven of Coins. Wow. Okay, just even the order these came out, so they all came out in a chunk. King of Cups to the Seven of Cups. Okay, all of the things you dream of that will bring you true happiness and contentment. Okay, all of these fantasies that you've had are now going to be grounded. Okay, we're going, like, whatever you're working on in the physical is going to grow into the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, this creative project, even if you feel tired, you feel anxious, just start, just do it. because that's actually going to fuel you. It's going to help get you out of this pit that you've unconsciously dug yourself into. Okay, and be patient, because 3 of coins to 7 of coins indicates, you know, the need to be patient and know that these seeds were planted and they will grow. See, like this, these are up in the sky, and then the next card, boom, okay, brought into the earth. Yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I think we'll end it with a couple more cards. Whoa. Okay. Forgiveness will set you free. Yeah. That is the biggest thing I've been going through this. So it was so hard at first, and it felt like I was getting gutted open because I was trying to like fight the darkness, you know? Like if you look at my last video, it's like I was really going back and forth and really fighting, shadow boxing, and it's like that video really helped me come to a place of surrender, and now I'm back to peace and like non-judgment. That is I think that's what's brought me to this new level, is to stop judging other people, because I'm realizing that through this last awakening that my thoughts literally manifest everything around me. So if I have these people attacking me, at some point I called in these karmic relationships because I needed to learn something. But once you learn that, now we're going to create boundaries and bifurcation, separation, okay? Because at some point, with these karmic relationships, if they don't learn and grow with you, you have to separate yourself. You absolutely have to, okay? What do you need forgive yourself for? Yeah, and forgive yourself for judging others. Forgive yourself for judging yourself. Okay? Because God already forgives you. All that's going on now is like you needing to forgive yourself. Because you're pure. You know your heart is pure. Breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? Yeah, really stay in the present. We're really working on releasing the past, releasing all this trauma, and not focusing on it anymore. Just letting it go. We don't need to figure it all out. Also, a huge message I'm trying to get out is it's not our job to put out all of the fires we have unconsciously created, okay? And also, the wrath is for God, okay? So you could feel things, don't repress your emotions, but then give up the battle to God. God will fight these battles for you and put these fires out that you unconsciously created, okay? Your job is to come into peace and in presence, okay? Because there's things that these guys can do for us that we can't do, and vice versa. So they really need us to stay grounded at this time and walk in groundedness and peace and forgiveness and compassion. And that might be really hard for people like us because we've been through so much. And so for me to get to where I am right now, saying this message to you out of truth and purity, it's been a huge process. I am not going to sit here and lie to you, because I really did used to judge and shadow box and fight. And even when I first became aware of spiritual warfare and realized that people were actually sending me psychic attacks, I didn't know what was going on. No one's taught me about any of this. So at first I thought I had to fight back, you know, because I was fighting for my loved ones and for my soul, my heart, my sanity. But then I realized it just allowed them to play with me. They're demons to play. And so if we just let go of all that, and it's so easy once you realize that, it's just like it all falls away. And then God handles it all. Like, I'm telling you. Okay? And I'm still sitting in the middle of the storm and the fire, but I am peaceful. I am okay. I know everything's going to be fine. I'm not running and trying to make decisions and be impulsive and chase things or run away from things. I'm just sitting here in presence and waiting for God. Okay? And that's what we need to do. I just want to get one more card and then close out. Gaia just threw out. Yeah, so threw out. There's like a lot of things you're going to be just throwing out. And it's going to feel so freeing. Like, you can let go of the fight. Yeah, God's going to fight for you. This Asia. Look at her. She looks so stressed. Like, this is just a few days ago. This is me. Like, so heavy. Like, within a moment. Like, if you're feeling really low right now, this reading is gonna activate you. You're gonna wake up one day, and it's just all gonna click and make sense, and you're gonna be back in peace. That's what happened to me today. But I had to go through like a shamanic like experience at work. Like, no one knows. We're all just doing normal things, and I'm literally there like deep breathing for like hours and just like having a whole shamanic freaking experience at work, like just purging my shadow, purging all this insanity, like just surrender, going back to peace and love and forgiveness. I swear to God. Like, and I just looked at the clock when I looked up 4114, like mirroring, like what you are is going to reflect you. And once you truly like accept that with love and forgiveness and forgiving yourself, that like you allowed your demons to play with all these people, places, and things, like you really just gotta forgive yourself. And then once you do that, you're gonna start forgiving people around you, like for real. Like, I don't even know why I said for real. That's funny. But yeah, I'm gonna read this and then close out because I need to go to bed. I gotta work in the morning really early and wake up like 4:30. So we have patience. There's only one certainty when you feel something challenging. This feeling will pass. I promise you. Because even if you look at my old videos, like I was really struggling, severe paranoia, severe trauma. Oh my gosh. And just in a few days, since I stepped back in my purpose and just talking, sharing these things, coming back to my truth, even if no one's listening, the universe is hearing me. I'm hearing me. That's the most important thing. Because all day now, when I have to go to work and deal with very low vibrational people, or like people have to karmic relationships, I can hear my own messages and voices going through my head and remembering my higher self. So even if you're speaking to the trees, that's your purpose. It doesn't matter. Like, you need to hear yourself. Knowing this makes everything easier. It means that you understand the transitory aspect of life. Negative thoughts come and go. Yeah, so don't judge. You know, we don't have to just stay in love and light forever. It's like when those like darkness comes in, we can go into our shamanic state of being and channel it into like the panther spirit, the lion, like, so that we can stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves, right? Remind people of the light, you know, that are still in the darkness, because we were just there. This message of this West African goddess is to be strong when difficult feelings hit us. Yeah. Pray for the benevolent, shamanic aspect of you. Your soul tribe, the chiefs of your past. They're of the highest white light and benevolence to walk with you, protect you. I just got like the feeling of deja vu right there. Like, you've done this before. Okay? You already know you're victorious. You already know. Sometimes it's hard to see that the affliction is just a passing thing. This goddess wishes we had a little patience, as this will put us into a better state of mind faster than we thought. Way faster. Like, I don't even know. I have never pulled out of trauma this quickly, like, in my life. And it's just because I'm speaking my truth, even if no one's listening. So Asia is a woodland spirit linked to the forest and animals. Yeah, you're a forest fairy like me. She holds knowledge about plants and makes concoctions to cure the sick. Yes. You love talking to the trees. You feel so at home with like plants and animals. Legend has it that when Asia takes a human away, she returns them changed. Because now that human is a special being. I can feel that. Like, it's happened to me. It's amazing. Because I've been an addict.